You're such an iconic figure. I don't think people understand how much of an iconic figure you are. I do in Seattle, but from being around you, all the stuff that you do, you go back and do. Because people at our age group and maybe a little bit younger understand the great basketball culture that's in Seattle. And for you to be there during your time, but not to be able to get a title, any regrets with that?
I do regret that, Jimmy, very much. You know, I thought that after 96, we shouldn't have broke the team up. Sean shouldn't have left the following year. He left in 97. And then we lost to Houston or somebody on a bad shot or whatever. But we shouldn't have broke that team up. I thought we had a good run after we went to the finals in 96. We had about 3-4 more years to try to make a run, but we didn't. You know, we broke up 1 year later, and then all of a sudden I'd start playing with different basketball players all throughout after that for 7 different years. And it wouldn't happen. And that just spoiled it for the Seattle fans and for the city of Seattle, because we did have a great team for 7 straight years, 7 good years. We had a great team, and we should have went to more finals, but you know we was running into the Utahs too. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty good, but I just think if we'd have kept that team together, it would have been a little bit different. And I'm very disappointed that we didn't get a chance to try to win a championship more times than we did.
Yeah, it's a trip too. And then, like you talked about movement. For you, then it was, you know, you went with the Lakers, with the Bucks, with the Celtics. Ultimately, you end up going to Miami. But here's GP, the glove here, this iconic basketball figure for iconic franchise playing. But then you had to move on. And not only you move on, you moved on to multiple teams. How did GP handle moving away from Seattle to these different teams? Ultimately, end up getting to Miami to win one, but that in-between stage, how did you handle that?
Jimmy, it was a decision that I made. I didn't want to leave Seattle in 2003. It was just that the culture there and the ownership had turned bad. You know what I'm saying? It had turned bad, and we weren't on the same page. And it was time for me to make a change. You know, I didn't want to make the change, but they wanted to. You know, they wanted to do more things of an entertainment thing, which a lot of teams are doing now with a lot of their owners. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we weren't into that. We were trying to win. You know what I'm saying? And then I decided if I do move and do get traded, I'm not going to be loyal to a team like that no more. If an owner comes in and want to do it like a business, and that's what it is. It's a business. And I didn't really understand that at first. And then I started running. So then I chose just to only sign 1-year deals. That's all I wanted to do. 1-year deals. If it didn't work for me, I'm going to go on to the next team and see if I can work to get a championship. And then it was just nothing but a chase of championship at that time, Jimmy. I wasn't even really trying to play basketball anymore because I felt that I left the team that I was supposed to be, and that made me. And so I didn't want to try to really, really be at no other team for 5 and 6 years. It wasn't that. I could have went to a team, make sure to let me tell you, Portland offered me after I got traded and went to Milwaukee for 2 months. They offered me a 4-year deal to be there. I could have did that, but I decided no, I wanted to go and try to win a championship. So after the Laker thing, I didn't even think I was going to go anywhere else, but the Lakers decided they wanted to do something else. And then I said, forget it. Let me just start to try to win a championship. Boston came. They wanted to do something. Wasn't really a team for me because we didn't have all the pieces. We only just had me and Paul Pierce, and then they went and got Antoine Walker. That wasn't really a fit for us. You know, we were young. And then all of a sudden, Miami came, and it was just a no-brainer with all the players that we had on there, great players that was on there, that I knew that we could have a chance to win a title, and so happened we did.
You're strong-minded. Pat Riley, who eventually took over for Stan Van Gundy. I played for Pat, so I know what it is with Pat. Check out new episodes of The Jim Jackson Show every Thursday. Watch on The Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Follow the show on Instagram @Jim Jackson Show, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.